Action before motivation. Hey, what's up, interwebs? My name's David, and you are Chilling with Schilling. Alright, so first, if I don't sound normal, it is because I have a cold. I am sick. I was out in the cold this weekend, and not that makes a big difference, but I am now sick. Speaking of, shout out to my buddy Andrew Fantasia, who had a book signing at Chapters in Brampton this weekend. I was there for a brief visit. Check out my Instagram to see a couple photos of him signing some books and stuff like that. It is amazing of him for being able to do something like that and sign some of his own books and sell books to freaking strangers and stuff. That makes him like a celebrity. He's famous. Andrew, you're famous. Also, shout out to a friend of mine, Michaela, who ran Celebrate Toronto this past weekend. Unfortunately, the Sunday was closed a little bit earlier than they would have liked, but it was still a major success. There were hundreds of people there over the course of the weekend, and I was there for only a few hours and had a ton of fun. There's a video of me on my Instagram dancing with a raccoon. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Check out my Instagram, guys. Itchy face. I will leave it in the description down below. Check it out, leave a like, see what you guys missed, see what you guys are gonna look forward to next year. So like I said, I am sick. And normally when I'm sick, I drown myself in orange juice and take ginseng. I don't have either of those right now. But let me ask you this. What do you guys do when you're sick? How do you get over the common cold? Now, I'm looking for some, old wives' tales. I'm not looking for, I pop myself with a bunch of medication and take some ginseng and some Aleve and I feel pretty good about myself afterwards. I'm looking for some, old school medications. The more random and weird, the better. So for me, it's orange juice and ginseng. What about you guys? Let me know how you guys get over your worst cold down in the comments below. So my last episode was about progress. Progress. Thank you, B-Ball Johnny. It is progress, not progress. So my last episode was about progress, and I kind of want to give a bit of an update on to where I am in terms of just overall stability, because that's something that I didn't really get to in my last video, or that I forgot to mention in my last video. I've been on medication now for over a year since starting my trip with pharmaceutical medication and with my psychiatrist. It's been a long and rough journey. My doctors warned me when I started taking medication that it would affect my mood, that I would get worse before I got better. So I was able to brace for the storm, and man, did I get worse before I got better. Holy. When I started taking medication, I instantly got worse. I understand why people stop taking their medication shortly after starting, because it can get bad. I had some of my worst points because I started taking medication, and that's saying something. But as I adjusted to the medication and as we figured out the proper dosage, I was able to start to stabilize my mood, and I wasn't getting as upset over things that I shouldn't be getting upset over, and I wasn't getting as angry all the time, and I wasn't having panic attacks or anxiety attacks all the time, and things started to get less impossible, less hopeless. Now, I'm not saying I'm in a good place by any means, but compared to where I was, where everything is the end of the world and everyone's out to get you all the time, to knowing when the world's gonna end and who's out to get you, there's a difference. There's less panic, less fear, a lot more determination. I know that there are things that I have to do and what has to get done now. For me, not for anybody else. And that's another big thing, is I'm starting to look out for me. I'm understanding who genuinely cares and who's there to help and who isn't. And if you're not, that's okay. I just have to change my priorities and change my focus. This is an on-camera realization, guys. So with that, I have another shout out. Sharon You have been checking in on me through especially my worst of times lately, and you are there to weather the storm, whether I deserve it or not. And I have nothing but thanks and love for you, and you are an absolutely amazing human, and thank you very, very much. So like I said in my last video, I'm really trying hard to focus in on Chilling with Schilling and getting this YouTube channel up and running and off the ground on a much more consistent basis. But I also have a number of other projects that I'm really looking forward to doing as well. Some of them are sort of stuck in that ground level phase, and I don't quite know how to move them forwards. So let me ask you guys another question. When you guys get stuck and you don't know how to push forwards, or you don't know where to turn, how do you get over that hurdle? How do you get over that first step hurdle? Because I'm at a point where if I can get, I can do steps 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, but step 1 is the big one, and I'm having a hard time taking that first step. So when you're doing stuff, how do you push yourself past that initial wall, past that first step? If you have your own business and you sell products, how did you start? How did you start selling your own products? If you're an author, how did you start writing your books? Or if you're an actor or an entrepreneur, how did you guys start? Where was that starting point for you? How did you overcome that first big hurdle? See, I've come to realize that I rely far too much on other people. I have a lot of potential connections in my life, yet none of them seem to pull forwards or pull through. So I'm forced to rely on myself, and it's a hard lesson to learn, because there's so many talented people in my life that I want to bring with me, that I would love to have help me to make stuff not only better for me, but better for them, and better for the projects that we are going to collaborate on. But that doesn't always work out. In fact, that very rarely works out. That's my big hurdle. Trying to rely on myself more than others. Not just with my entrepreneurial gigs or events or projects, but just in regular life. You know, I feel like because I've been stuck in this quicksand for so long, I just watch so many people pass me by. And I feel like the world's just passed me by, and everybody else has some measure of success, and here I am still sitting in a robe and wishing events in the last year were a little bit different. And it's hard waking up every single day in a Groundhog Day of grief, where you have to start your morning reminding yourself how to think, how to process information. I'm supposed to be healing and getting better, but the vast majority of my day is just getting myself to a point where I can start to heal and get better. And then it's time to go to sleep. It's like having a cut that just keeps opening and just keeps opening, and it won't close properly. It takes forever to heal. And by the time it does, well, you've been out of commission for so long, it takes forever just to catch up a little bit. It's kind of like me in playing soccer. I took a year off, and now I'm trying to play catch up to where I was before. Side note, we've won 2 games in a row. What up? It's hard because I'm trying to learn 2 lessons at the same time. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't rely on anyone. So in other words, ask everybody for help. Do it yourself anyways. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll try and see how that goes. There we go. Words. I use them. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my weird ramble. I wasn't planning on recording today because I am sick, but like I said at the very beginning, action before motivation. Get up and do before you want to. Lots of lessons today that I learned. So it's a good podcast for me. Good video for me. Anyways, as always, guys, I am 2 subscribers away from waxing this. Well, you don't want to miss that because it's going to hurt me. You're going to laugh. It's going to be funny. I already have, I think, 3 cameras set up for it, so it's going to be a pretty big event. I'm going to live stream to my Instagram. It's going to be awesome, but I'm 2 people away from getting there. So make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this video, respond to one of my questions, leave a comment down below, and don't forget, tell your friends.